Mr. Tiffany.
Mr. Mayorkas, in 2021, last year, at a Senate hearing, you said everyone that came out of Afghanistan, the disastrous pullout of Afghanistan, that they were fully vetted. Do you stand by that comment?
Yes, we conducted comprehensive security screening and vetting for those Afghanis.
Okay, thank you. Here's a headline from last year. Second major felon found on Afghan evacuation flight. Aggravated robbery by one, the other one, a rapist. They had been deported. They came back in on those flights. Here's a CNN document that says some Afghans fleeing their home country have arrived in the United States without paperwork. It goes on to say the approach from the administration has been get as many people on the plane as you can and we'll sort out the immigration stuff later. Some people land with no documents whatsoever, creating a very challenging work environment for the officers, the source said. Did you fully vet everyone?
Congressman, as I have stated before, we conducted comprehensive security and vetting screening of the individuals who arrived here under Operation Allies Welcome. We're extraordinarily proud of that program.
So you did not vet them before they left the Kabul airport?
Congressman,
did you vet them before they left the Kabul airport?
Congressman, we did not. What we did
okay, thank you very much.
What we did is we vetted them at third countries.
So let's
at third countries.
That's not what DHS and the camp commander said in Fort McCoy. They said they were still vetting people after they arrived, already had parole when they were in Fort McCoy in my state, Wisconsin. I want to continue with another question here.
Let me share with you how
last month the Department of Defense Inspector General confirmed at least 50 cases of Afghans with potential significant security concerns. The IG report also concluded the administration has absolutely no idea where most of them are. Did you fully vet those 50 that have potential significant security concerns?
Congressman, 2 quick points, if I may.
Did you vet them?
Congressman, may I answer?
You said you vetted all of them.
We screened and vetted, and I am familiar.
Screening and vetting are different. How many people completed the SIV process, the Special Immigrant Visa process, which is very detailed, especially when you're dealing with a country that is very high on the terror list? How many of them completed? Of the 77,000, how many completed the SIV process?
I can get that precise figure to you.
I look forward to hearing that from you because that will be a really interesting thing to hear. You're very familiar with Title 8. You know Title 8, right? Section 5A. This shall be used only on a case-by-case basis for urgent humanitarian reasons or significant public benefit. In 1989, in a floor speech, Democrat Representative Morrison from Connecticut, Congress intended that the parole authority would be used for a temporary admission of individual aliens. Parole status is an unacceptable alternative to a more permanent and defined immigration status. Senator Simpson repeated the same thing in 1994. In 2008, your agency, USCIS, ICE, CBP, Memorandum of Agreement, parole is not to be used to circumvent normal visa processes and timelines. Are you complying with Title 8 and the INA?
We believe we are.
You believe you are?
Yes.
Even though this is meant to be done on a case-by-case basis. Did you interview all 77,000?
Of the Afghan
evacuees? Did you interview every one of them?
Did I personally, or did the Department of Homeland Security personnel?
Yeah, did you do it on a case-by-case basis and interview every one of them?
Congressman, those individuals were screened in third countries, not at Kabul airport for reasons that, of course, you well understand. They're screened and vetted in third countries. They are then manifested on the plane.
But they weren't, because many of them were screened in the United States at Fort McCoy in Wisconsin.
Congressman,
did you fully vet everyone you paroled from Afghanistan? I believe the answer is no. And so think about it. Think about it for a second. Here's a document you gave us this week. This is the grand plan. Biden administration, DHS, executing a comprehensive and deliberate strategy to secure our borders, build a safe, orderly, and humane immigration system. What is humane about people being sexually abused by these parolees? How about the woman at Fort Bliss, a soldier, female soldier, beat to a pulp by 5 evacuees. Is that humane?
Congressman, of course that isn't, and that is...
You have erased our border.
Time of the gentleman has expired, Mr. Neguse.
That is addressed with the
Mr.
full
Mr. Chairman.
The time of the gentleman has expired,
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Neguse.
May I complete my answer?
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman?
Mr. Chairman, I'll be brief.
Mr. Chairman.
No, Mr. Chairman, the witness be permitted to answer his question.
Mr. Neguse's.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Secretary Mayorkas, would you care to respond to that last question?
That incident was met with the full force of law enforcement response. And I should say that the congressman misunderstands the screening and vetting process and the fact that it is a recurrent process. Even while the individual is in the United States, we conduct recurrent screening and vetting as a further layer of security. Thank you, Congressman, for giving me that chance.